What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Sparkplug TV. Today, and I feel like I literally say this every episode, I have a very special treat that I've been waiting for since the teaser images dropped, and which is so hilarious to me. It's the freaking 2023 5th generation Toyota Prius Limited front wheel drive. Welcome back to Sparkplug TV. Welcome back to Sparkplug TV. My name is Chris and I do car reviews for literally everybody, not just car enthusiasts. Please go ahead and like this video, comment something down below, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell icon so that you get notified whenever I drop a new video, which is at least once a week. Just be on the lookout. Y'all, I literally can we just talk about this design immediately out the gate? They made this thing look like the sexiest spaceship I have ever seen in my entire life. Whereas like Priuses of previous generations were just absolutely the drabbiest, the eggiest. I mean, granted, this still kind of looks a little eggy, but it's wider. It's just, by and large, just cooler. I mean, it's got these 19-inch wheels. 19-inch wheels. The base model comes with 17-inch, but this is the limited version, so it does come with the 19-inchers. Look at this back end. Look at this back end and this light bar, and just this design right here, the way it cuts into the back fender. I mean, it's just, they really did make this the coolest Prius to ever come out of Toyota. Now, a little bit of history. I mean, people do think that Prius was the initial hybrid vehicle, but that's just not true. So Ferdinand Porsche was one of the first people back at the end of the 19th century to make a hybrid vehicle. Now, of course, it was not nearly to the level of production value or battery level that we're at today, but it still happened. And then in the 90s, of course, GM and the big three like Dodge and Daimler Chrysler and stuff, they all came up with their own hybrid powertrains themselves. But then in the mid to late 90s, Prius came out on top, first with their concept in 95, and then it sold initially as the first generation in Japan, and then it came here into the States. Pop culturally speaking, what I remember the most about the Prius is that South Park episode where they would like fart and sniff their own farts about it because they were so pretentious and in their own that they just like loved it. But I feel like you can definitely do that now. We'll get into the interior in a second, but let's talk about the powertrain real quick. So this is powered by a 2.0 liter 4-cylinder aluminum block and head double overhead cam 16 valve engine. The engine outputs 150 horsepower. The hybrid system combined gets up to 194 horsepower. The previous generation made 125 horsepower and the engine made like 98 horsepower. This is an insane upgrade, people. It's got an eCVT transmission as well as the hybrid battery pack is in the back. It does still only get about 7 seconds from 0 to 60, but I mean, you know, it's still a lot faster. The all-wheel drive drivetrain does get a 2 horsepower bump, so at about 196 horsepower, but it's incredible. Okay, let's talk about design because that is probably the most hyped thing on the newest Prius. This LED headlamp housing is just literally the coolest design language, I think, on the entirety of the thing. You can barely see the headlamp from up above the car. I mean, I'm obviously 6'4" and it's hard for me to see it, but it's very well hidden. They made this linear line that goes all the way across the front end, all the way over to the other headlamp, and then the daytime running light is just the entirety of these two housings. It's just so cool. You know, the lines on the hood are also very aggressive. They just gave it such a more aggressive styling and stance. I mean, even on the side profile, I mean, with this whoosh up here, you know, and then the widened fenders in the back, and it's just got more of a hatchback shape to it as well. Then we get to the back end. Of course, they've got the Prius logo laid out like that. And then it does have this HEV with this new hybrid logo symbol right here. There's also a lot of different Easter eggs to be had. So there is this Prius right here on the back. You know, it does have some more Easter eggs like this hybrid reborn logo right here. The trunk itself is about 20 cubic feet for the limited model and about 23 cubic feet for the XLE and the LEs. In total, there is 3 trims, 2 drivetrains, and 1 powertrain available for the Prius. Now there is the Prius Prime as well. That starts out at around $32,000, whereas this one starts out around $24,000 to $27,000. I mean, it's still economical when it comes to gas mileage too, because you can fill this up for like 20 something dollars. It gets 52 miles to the gallon. I mean, what more could you want from something like this? Yeah, I mean, just look at this lighting effect. I mean, it is just so sick. I can't believe I'm saying that a Prius is sick. All right. Then we step inside Miss Cabaniana. That is the seatbelt sound. So it does have a 12.3 digital infotainment system that is prevalent throughout every single Toyota product that is now coming out. It does also come with ambient lighting. It does also have this JBL premium sound system that is probably the best iteration of the JBL sound system that I've encountered. And then it does also have this really cool projector style gauge cluster that eliminates the need for a head-up display. I don't think it really works in, say, the Solterra or the, oh God, what is it? I'm gonna get it, the XBZ4. That has to be it. I think it's the XBZ4. So it kind of works in that application, but I think it was absolutely meant for the Prius. I mean, especially with this steering wheel that you can find in the Solterra and the XBZ4. You know, I really like the way that the buttons click on here. This one does also have automatic windshield wipers and automatic headlamps as well as high beams. Because it's a limited, it does also come with the memory seats. One also really cool feature is this light bar right here that goes all the way across the front dashboard. I'll get into my driving video, but it actually doesn't just act as a light, so you'll have to check out the second video for that. Now, it does also come with park assist as well as a 360-degree camera. Now, I'm not gonna go over the park assist just because I have done that in my Lexus RZ video, so if you want to view that, you can check it out on that video. But the 360-degree camera, I'll go ahead and throw it into gear. I mean, it's really great, and I mean, they've really improved that as well. But another cool kind of fun feature is the fact that it has a rear view camera washer. So you can squirt some water onto the rear view camera to give it a little cleaning. Now, in terms of the gauge cluster, now they have upgraded everything where it's still kind of got a bezel, like a Lexus, right? So it's got kind of a moving bezel on that side. But I really enjoy the gauge cluster. I actually, you know, am getting used to Toyota's interface, and I think that it is actually pretty, you know, smartly laid out. I swear to God, I literally am becoming a Toyota fanboy, and this is just wild. And I'm not being paid to say that. So, the center console right here is actually really well laid out as well. This is very prevalent, and especially in the Lexus that I had, the Lexus RX 350h, definitely had this in there as well. It's got this drop-in wireless phone charging pad and then some USB-C charging ports right there and some cup holders. It does also have this hidden compartment, which I guess you can keep illegal things in if you're so inclined to. And then it also does have this backup camera. This is like a $200 option. Does also have this fixed glass roof is in every model. I looked it up on the website and it's in every model. Now, this itself is a little cheap, I'm not gonna lie. It is a standard vehicle and it is supposed to be an economical car, so I get it. But it's just a little flimsy and it's like not the best quality. But I mean, if we're talking about quality, I mean, the seats are very comfortable. They're actually surprisingly bolstered for a Prius. I remember the fourth generation Prius, I remember the third generation Prius that I used to drive at Carvana definitely did not have this much bolstering on these seats. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I was getting so excited about the new design language and the new styling and the new powertrain that I forgot to mention another new feature that was also prevalent in the RZ, but they've now implemented in their standard products, which is the chime. Girl, that's new. I kind of like it. It sounds like a cute doorbell. It's so cute. All right, so now let's go into the back seat. Oh, I locked it. All right, so now let's go into the back seat. I'm not even gonna attempt to sit behind my chair because that is Not gonna happen. Okay, don't have the most headroom, but I mean, I've got a decent amount of leg room. It does have some USB-C ports back here, as well as heated seats for the driver and the passenger sides. It does have this cup holder back here as well. I don't know, I really have enjoyed this Prius. I can't get over how much I like it. I was excited for it, but seeing it and been driving it for the past week, it has been a joy to be in. And I'm going to get ousted from my family for saying this, but that's okay, because I'm here to speak my truth. And my truth is that, albeit a little small, it is in the compact segment. I do like it. I think that it is very good for the value. I do wish that the trunk was a little bit bigger, and then the view out the back is not the best either, but I really love it. I think it has all of the best features that Toyota has to offer in one economical package. It really is great. But do please be on the lookout for my driving video. I'm gonna post a POV driving video on the Prius, so please be on the lookout for that. Please don't forget to like this video, comment something down below, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell icon so that you get notified whenever I drop a new video, which is, girl, whenever I can. Anyways, thank you guys so much. I'm gonna go put this back in the driveway and have some lunch, because I like to eat food, because I am, in fact, a human. Okay, bye. Hey, Sparks. Thanks for watching today's video. Do you want more Sparkplug TV content? Then you can choose one of these 3 options right over here. The middle button is to subscribe to my channel, so please do that. Right over here. These 3. I can't see them in real life, but they're right here.